Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Siti Zahra Salsabilah from Class A. Today I'll be presenting about speak act theory and its historical development. This theory helps us understand how language doesn't just describe things, it actually does things. Okay, this is background of the research. Speak act theory is a consistently evolving concept within linguistic view from the perspective of pragmatics. While foundational models by Austin and Shirley have provided conceptual frameworks, contemporary research emphasizes the need to adapt this model further. This is crucial for examining issues affecting individuals, organizations, and nations in the 21st century. The article's main goal is to offer a historical overview of speak act theory and show how this theoretical evaluation enhance the understanding of speak act as process that impact different populations in various ways. Next is methodology. The research primarily used a literature review approach to examine speak act theories developed by G.L. Austin, John Shirley, Bach, and Harness. The analysis involves a brief history of the speak act concept, discussion of the relationship between the theories, description of the constituent elements that define their frameworks, a survey of contemporary authors' works, discussion of the implication from various speak act theoretical models. These themes are derived from a stirred analysis of Austin, Shirley, Bach, and Hartnell's primary works, research from contemporary scholars, and a comparative analysis of primary and secondary sources. The researcher first identified secondary works, followed by in-depth analysis of selected primary texts, including Austin's foundational and later works, the 1962, the 1976, and the 1990. Next slide is theory. First, theory from G.L. Austin. Austin was a very important person in language studies. His first idea said there are two main ways we use words, constative and performative. Constative are statements that can be true or false. For example, it's raining outside. We can check if this is true or false. And affirmatives are words we say to make others do things and they change things in the real world. For example, I promise to help you. Saying this actually makes a promise. Austin later made his idea bigger with help from John Shirley for both types of words to work. The speaker needs to have the power to make them strong, illocutionary force, and get the desired result, pelocutionary outcomes. Next, John Shirley theory. Shirley said Austin's first idea was not complete. He thought we need to look beyond just constative and performative. This made Austin explain his idea more and helped Shirley make his own, more detailed word types. Shirley's ideas are more specific than Austin. He put performative words into 5 groups. Predictive, when someone with power makes a judgment like a judge. Exercitive, action done by people who have the right to do them, like voting or giving a warning. Commissive, when someone promises something or joins a side in an agreement. Behavitive, word used in social situations like saying sorry or hello. Expositive, when someone shows what they mean, like saying I believe. Slowly update idea, add more types. Representative, when someone says something in truth or give an agreement. Directive, word that make others do something. Commissive, word that show what the speaker plans to do later. Expressive, word that show feeling like saying sorry or good job. Declaration, word that make something happen in the real world just by saying them, like a priest saying someone is baptized. The last theory from Beck and Harness. Beck and Harness said that when we talk, we try to understand what the other person means. This is called intention inference. They talk about speak ex schemata, which means that for someone to understand, they need to hear the words and also know the situation. The remaining group are constitutive, when you say something you believe; directive, when you show what you want the listener to do; commissive, when you promise something; and acknowledgement, words like saying thanks. The next slide is result and findings. The study identifies four broad topics where Austin and Shirley's theory are applied in contemporary research. 1. Expanding theoretical concepts. Analyze, extend, and critique existing frameworks, integrating other models like forming, corpus linguistic, and post-structuralism. For example, some research applies speak act theory to analyze discourse in Indonesian and Turkish university contexts. 2. Variable context and setting. Research shows how social, cultural, and organizational contexts influence the use of speak act. Educational settings, for instance, often require a combination of quantitative and performative speak act. Number 3. Analysis of selected text. Various studies apply speak act theory to analyze different discourse and text, such as newspaper accounts or speech. An example is the analysis of Mark Zuckerberg's speech on YouTube, demonstrating how his speech acts align with his position and communication goals. Number 4. Impact of power structures. Power-related factors significantly influence a speak act linguistic, illocutionary, and perlocutionary outcomes. Corporate and educational setting illustrate how authority impacts the success of performative speak act. Next slide is conclusion. Speak act theory remains vital for analyzing how language drives action. Austin and Shirley, foundational works refined by Beck and Harness, show that words are never just words, they shape reality. Future research should address gaps in digital and multicultural concepts. This is the reference from Journal by Ali Abdulhamzah from Timisoara University, Romania. So that's it. And thank you for your attention.